Second measure powered up cleanly. Systems came online without resistance. Nothing felt delayed or rushed. The hangar doors opened the same way they always had. But I felt different moving through them. I did not receive a signal when I launched. No marker, no coordinates, no instruction waiting to be interpreted. The absence was not a mistake. That was the answer. Elias had never guided me with directions. He guided me by removing them. If I still needed to be told where to go, then I was not ready to be there. So I departed, knowing that I have changed. I was not leaving to search. I was leaving because it was time to move. For a long time, I believed purpose waited, somewhere ahead of me, that if I followed closely enough, if I listened carefully enough, I would be shown the next step. But this time, there was nothing to wait for. And for the first time, that felt right. I flew without urgency. Not randomly, not aimlessly, deliberately. I was moving through space, the spaces between systems, the quiet stretches where traffic thins and your intentions matter more than the destination. The galaxy, it felt much different. Not quieter, but much clearer. I was no longer moving through the galaxy. I was moving as one within it. Elias used to say that alignment does not change the universe. It changes how resistance appears. When you stop forcing outcomes, space opens not because it favors you, but because you are no longer pushing against its shape. And that was when I understood something I had been missing. The trail had never been about location. It had been about pace, about whether I could move forward without needing reassurance that I was right. Then I saw him. No announcement, no sudden movement, just a familiar silhouette holding position where decisions are made, not where stories end. He did not hail immediately. He just sat there as if confirming something, as if he was measuring. He was not measuring my ship, but he was measuring me. Then the channel opened. Good, Elias said. You have taken care of her, and the new name. It fits both you and her. Second measure was not the name he had given the ship. This was the name I had chosen. And what he said to me, that mattered. Elias had never appeared when I was ready to grab answers. He appeared when I was ready to recognize them. We didn't meet at a station, like we were just passing through. We were holding position in open space, where there was nothing to hide behind. I used second measure close enough to share space, far enough to remain separate. No station lights, no traffic, just the blackened ships holding position inside it. Elias had always chosen places like this. Places between destinations. Places between decisions. This place was intentional, and for the first time, I did not hesitate to accept it. We docked our ships together in open space, without ceremony. No dramatic timing, no symbolic gesture, to ships arriving at the same place for the same reason. That was when the meeting began. Elias crossed over into second measure the ship he had left behind. He paused, standing at the threshold, not as a guest, not as an owner, but as a friend. He was older, quieter, but exactly as I remembered him, he did not smile right away. He studied me the way he always had, not with judgment, but measurement. That was all the confirmation either of us needed. The ship felt complete again, not because he returned, but because he trusted what it had become. I asked him why he left. He did not answer right away. Instead, he asked me why I stayed. I told him about the work, the repetitions, the mistakes he let me make without intervention, the patience that replaced ambition, the way cargo had reshaped how I thought not about profit, but responsibility. I told him how the galaxy began to respond differently when I stopped forcing outcomes. He listened without interruption. When I finished, he spoke. I had left because I had taught you all I could in that moment, he said, not because you were finished learning. He told me the trail was never meant to lead me to him. It was meant to remove my reliance on him. Every absence, every delay, every moment of uncertainty was there to see whether I would force an outcome or let understanding arrive on its own. You cannot follow someone forever and still know who you are, he said. You were never lost. You were untested. I asked him why cargo? Why not exploration? Why not combat? Why not something louder? Elias looked out into the black before answering. Because cargo does not lie, he said. It respects mass, time, and consequence. You do not win at cargo runs, you complete them. And by doing so, you learn whether you can be trusted with responsibility. That does not reward you immediately. He told me the Creator does not announce purpose. Purpose is revealed through motion, through the way you move when no one is watching, through whether you respect what you carry. That is why I knew you would find me, he said, not because you were searching, because you stopped. The meeting did not last long. It did not need to. Elias did not give me a new path. He confirmed the one I was already on. He did not ask me to follow him. He asked me to continue. Before he departed, he looked once more at second measure. She is yours now, he said, in every way that matters. Then his ship eased away. No farewell, no final instruction, just separation done cleanly. I remained in the black alone, but not empty. The galaxy felt wide again, not because it had grown larger, but because I now understood my place within it. I was no longer flying to become something. I was flying because I already had. The meeting with Elias was closure. He had not tried to persuade me to go back home. He had given me validation that I had become. I had listened to him, and I realized that the path to greatness always has bumps along the way. It is just a matter whether you learn from them or not. I thought the meeting would be the end of it. Closure has a way of pretending it is final. But purpose does not stop when it is understood. It changes weight. The work was ever more present and was out there waiting. This time, I knew exactly why. The work continued routes, cargo, quiet repetitions, but something underneath it shifted. Decisions carried more consequence. Stillness carried more information. I was no longer a rookie without a purpose. I was a person who found out what the true purpose of cargo meant. Elias did not leave me a path to follow. He left me a responsibility to uphold. Hauling cargo is not about searching or becoming. It is about stewardship, influence. What happens when good deeds draws attention, wanted or not? Because once you stop delivering with purpose, the galaxy starts asking what you intend to do.